Welcome in, Auburn Addicts. I'm your host, DC Wolf, and welcome in to Have You Heard? This is the weekly catch-up show for all things Auburn. Now, this show today, before I can even get the show edited, we got a new recruit, Trill Carter. Listen to that name, y'all. I love that name, Trill Carter. 6'2", 300, 3-star. He's transferring in from Texas. Before that, he was at Minnesota. Before that, he was in Leesburg, Georgia. So, welcome in, Mr. Carter. Welcome to the Auburn family. We need all the big men we can get. As a coach in the SEC would say, it's one in the trenches. Now, let's get to the reintroduction and get you caught up. Let's go. Welcome in, Auburn Addicts. I'm your host, DC Wolf, and I'm here to catch you up on all things Auburn. I want to know, have you heard? We got a commitment from Rico Walker, 6'4", 248, a 4-star recruit. He's transferring in from Maryland. He was a top recruit on their 2023 class. He's also an edge rusher, and he was the number 10 athlete in the country. Where did he go to high school? Auburn High. Why didn't he go to Auburn? Quote, I knew the coaching staff wouldn't be here long. Sad. His father played on the 93 undefeated team. Okay. And he played, what did he play? Let me check my telephonic communicator. He played defensive tackle on the Plains in the 90s and was part of the 93 undefeated team. He was a legacy. Okay. And he was a legacy, and we lost this guy to Maryland. But he's back. Doesn't matter. Welcome to the Plains, Rico Walker. He has 3 years of eligibility left. Another tight end for Hugh Freeze, another offensive weapon, maybe a defensive weapon. We'll never know. We'll see. Let me pull up my telephonic communicator to let you guys know what's going on. First, we have the national championship game between Washington and Michigan. That's happening at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Michigan number 1, 14-0. Washington number 2, 14-0. Michigan defeated Alabama to get to the championship game, and Washington defeated Texas to get to the championship game. So that game comes on at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. And check it out. We'll be doing a live tonight along with the guys from Water Cooler Talk Podcast and Tight Sports. So we'll be airing at 7 o'clock. We'll do a pregame show, and man, we're going to do live through the game. So y'all check us out. Check out the live. The next thing, let's rewind back. Saturday, Auburn beat the brakes off of Arkansas. We roasted some pig. Now look at my telephonic communicator to give you the box score. Auburn 83, Arkansas 51. The biggest defeat in their arena in history. All right, let me give you some box scores. Janai Broom, 7 for 13, 14 points. Seymour, 0 for 1, 0 points. Jay Will, 5 of 9 for 11 points. D. Jones, 2 of 5 for 7. Holloway, 2 of 9 for 5. Scott, 0 for 0 for 0 points. Come on, Scott. Got to get you in the box score, man. Cardwell, Dylan, 3 for 3 for 6. Okay. Johnson, 2 for 5 for 5. Donaldson, 5 for 6 for 11. Okay. Baker Mazzaro, 5 of 9 for 16. Berman, 0 for 1 for 2 points. KD, Crazy Man Johnson, 2 of 8 for 6 points. Auburn plays again tomorrow. We play Texas A&M, so y'all check out our boys tomorrow. Root them on the victory. All right, Auburn Addicts, we got you going on the basketball front. We talked a little football national championship. Now, let's go back to football. Let's talk football transfer portal. Running back Brian Battie has hopped in the portal. He is the transfer running back from USF. He was an All-American kick returner at UCF. At Auburn, he was third string. He had 51 carries for 227 yards, 7 passes for 52 yards. So you can understand why he's moving on. He probably wants to be showcased a little bit more. Battie is the 13th player in the transfer portal for Auburn this year. Y'all want to know who the other 12 are? Okay. You're the number 12. Let me look at my telephonic communicator. Keep your eyes on the road. Keep your seatbelt on if you're at work. Don't look at the phone. Just listen to it in your earbuds. We don't want to get you fired. All right, transfers coming in. 3-star Gage Keys coming in from Kansas. Sam Jackson the fourth coming in from Cal. He's coming in as a wide receiver. Gage Keys coming in as a defensive lineman, guys. Man, forgive me if I pronounce your name wrong. Dorian Mousey, 3-star linebacker coming in from Duke. Give us some depth. Might start. Robert Lewis, wide receiver, coming in from Georgia State. So those are the 4 commitments we have coming into the transfer portal. All right, going out, guys, we have 13. We got Brian Battia, stated before, running back, USF. Robbie Ashford, he gone. He's in the transfer portal right now. Javarius Johnson, wide receiver, transfer portal. Austin Osbury, safety, he's landed at LSU. So none of these players have landed except Austin Osbury. Who else? Tyler Fromm, Georgia State. Omari Kelly, he's at Middle Tennessee. Malcolm Johnson Jr., Bowling Green. Jair Shorter, Memphis. Sledge, the defensive lineman. He's transferring to Illinois. Steven Seams, edge rusher, he's in the portal, but he hasn't found a home yet. Steven Johnson, he's in the portal. Let's see. Steven Johnson, he's in the portal. He's transferring to McNeese State. So to recap, we got coming in Gage Keys, defensive lineman. Sam Jackson, wide receiver. Dorian Mousey, linebacker. Robert Lewis, wide receiver. Going out, we got Brian Battie, running back. Robbie Ashford, quarterback. Javarius Johnson, wide receiver. Austin Osbury, safety. Wilkie Denard, defensive line. He hasn't found a home yet. Marquise Gilbert, he's a safety. He hasn't found a home yet. Tyler Fromm, Omari Kelly, wide receiver. Omari Kelly's a wide receiver. Tyler Fromm, tight end. Omari Kelly, wide receiver. Malcolm Johnson Jr., wide receiver. Jair Shorter, wide receiver. Sledge, defensive line. Steven Seams, edge. And Steven Johnson, defensive line. Let's hope nobody else jumps in this portal. Now, let's move on. Now, we talked transfer portal. Let's talk a little bit about recruiting. Auburn landed the commitment from 2026 wide receiver Denarius Gray. He's 6'2" and 178 pounds from Hollywood, Florida. He has over 20 offers. He's a 4-star athlete, and he has offers from UGA, Florida, FSU, Michigan, to name a few. So he's a highly sought after dude. So welcome to the class of 2026, Mr. Denarius Gray. Now that we talk commitments, let's talk coaching. Let's catch you up in that area. We got Charles Kelly, former Alabama associate defensive coordinator and DB's coach. He's coming in from Colorado. He was the defensive coordinator last year at Colorado with Coach Prime. He was also a defensive coordinator at FSU. He is the 2023 National Recruiter of the Year. Sounds good, man. Let's talk about some of his 5-star recruits, y'all. Pull up the telephonic communicator for y'all. Talk about some of Charles Kelly's commitments. Safety, 5-star, Caleb Downs. Levonta Taylor, cornerback, 5-star. Josh Sweat, weak side defensive end, 5-star. Cormani McClain, cornerback, 5-star. Tavarius McFadden, cornerback, 5-star. Will Anderson, weak side defensive end, 5-star. Johan Pierre, edge, 5-star. Quay Russaw, 5-star. Just to name a few of his commitments. So I'm excited to see Charles Kelly get out and recruit. On that hand, we lost Coach Wesley McGriff to Texas A&M. He was our former cornerback coach. He stepped off the field during the year, so we lost him. Picked up Charles Kelly. So I would say on the recruiting front, that might be a win. I think that's a win-win for us. So we're good right there. He's out. He's headed to Texas A&M. We appreciate everything he did for Auburn. Moving on to the next chapter. Hopefully, Coach Kelly will come in and fill the spot. We'll keep cooking. For all the Auburn addicts, thank you for tuning in. I'm DC Wolf. Put your alerts on, subscriptions on, so you can get caught up every week. So we can tell you what you haven't heard. War Eagle.